They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will step out of bounds.
He tried to go explosive again, going for two.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
You know, I'm all about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for two, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and 3rd overall pick.
I always enjoy reflecting on Matt Ryan's career at this stage because when he came out of the draft, he was the number 3 pick overall. There were plenty of doubters out there about whether he should have gone in that slot. I don't think you can find any of those doubters now. One of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Michael Brockers in on the stop. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started. The game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The defense. They got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Hey, let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Brockers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third and long, it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Now a first down throw, gone. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it's third down. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, gone. They got a man, it's Woods. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that. one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pick. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Back to throw, Goff. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Takk McKinley in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 23-yard run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Powers ahead at the 45. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. He's going to air it out deep, and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 40 yards, and the Rams are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown.
You're looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 6-point game. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down to the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go around. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it,
Still second down.
You know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain,
Still
but all
second
for
down.
naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And the work is well across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They go play action now. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Able to get into open field with a full head of steam? Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Freeman again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and
Throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball
Still
was
second
snapped.
down.
But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now it's Ryan. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Goff. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
180.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Fights off the defender. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. 2nd effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. Now Hardy on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. Ryan. Throw right side caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him for a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little up a 1st down for them, too.
Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Ryan over the middle. That's caught by Ridley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. It's a pretty simple formula, Charles. A field goal, all you need, that wins you the game.
And the most confident guys going out on the field to direct their teams, they've probably already talked to their kicker before they went out and let him know, don't worry, you've got a chance to be a hero in this one. I'll set you up, you just knock it through the post. His plan, get the team downfield and get them into position. They've gone over it many times in practice. That's how he's going to approach it.
And now on the sideline, everyone stay away from the kicker. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 23 yards on the play.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Goff now to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. One last throw here for Goff. And this one's incomplete. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one.